We're on to the questions portion.
Any questions, folks? All you need to do is unmute yourself. You're free to do that, and we're happy to stick around and answer some questions.
Ed, I have a quick question. This is Kim.
Hey, Kim.
Hey, AC or credit card only, not ACH, correct?
In Maryland, right now, we're live in 2 utilities in Maryland. We're live in the Potomac or Pepco and
Yep.
Delmarva, and those 2 markets are actually ACH.
Yes.
I believe that BG&E and Potomac Edison are with the Arcadia enrollment flow, and those are going to be credit card.
Yeah, we're gonna have credit card for that, correct?
Yeah, and they don't charge any service fees with the credit card option with Arcadia, so that's a pretty cool thing.
Okay, and then the consolidated billing option with Arcadia is not offered to the customer until they're being placed on the farm, right?
Correct.
Correct.
Okay, perfect, thanks.
So I got a question in reference to the different bonuses. Since the different markets are opening up at different time frames, I'm in Illinois, so we just launched a a bonus plan here. Am I able to combine my production in one state versus the other? Or is it exclusive to each state, the bonus period?
It's exclusive to each state.
So, yeah, it's exclusive to each state. So if you want to go get the 30 customers in Illinois and get
Awesome.
$30,000, you can do that. But guess what? If you get 30 customers in Maryland, you can also get that one. If you get 30 customers in Rhode Island, you could get that one. So if you wanted to, you could go get 30 new customers in each market and win 3,000 over and over again. So you can do that. You just can't get 30 total customers with a mix match from each market.
So the 30 customers, it does as a plus. So if I got 40, that $100 is gonna apply for the additional 10 as well, and I can still use the 3,000 for the Puerto Rico trip.
You
Correct.
got it. That's
You got
exactly right. Yep. If you get 40, you'll get $1,000 and go on the trip to pay for it.
Thank you.
You got it.
Stan in Massachusetts, will Rhode Island be ACH or credit card?
I
Credit
believe
card,
Rhode Island's credit card, right?
correct.
I got a couple
Thank you so
questions.
much.
What's the payout on a regular community solar customer in Rhode Island?
I think it's $80.
80. And, is there gonna be any kind of wage, like W-2, qualifications for community solar?
For
Like-
LMI status?
Yeah, like if somebody makes under a certain amount of money a year, they would.
No,
qualify.
it's not dollar based. It's basically program based. So in Maryland, if they have LIHEAP, Medicaid, Section 8 housing, food stamps, like those programs do their own verification. So if you're a part of any one of those programs, that's all the documentation we need.
And you don't have to answer this if it's too big of a question. I can catch up with you later, Ed, but is there a way you could explain, like, Empower Maryland? How somebody qualifies to be on Empower Maryland? Because see, in
Yeah, so-
Maryland, everybody that has a BG&E bill pays into Empower Maryland.
Correct. It's a tax. It's basically a tax levied on all of us that gets distributed to help people that need help. Like they are refurbing homes, tightening things up with windows and things like that. But also anyone in Maryland could call and get, new light bulbs and shower faucets, and they don't even know that they have access to it, but they're paying for it. They might as well use it, right?
Right, so they
So-
can get an HVAC tune up, they can get an energy audit done.
All
So,
those
I mean, if they had that, like if I went in and did a HVAC tune up on somebody's house, does that automatically qualify?
No, because that everyone has to pay into Empower. If they're qualified to have utility assist or fuel assist or something like that, then they would qualify. And they would have to go through the government websites to apply to be on a program. And when they get accepted onto the program, they'll get an email or they'll get mail. And that mail or email is what we need to be able to upload into the system to prove that you've got approved for that service.
Alright, so if somebody's on Empower Maryland, they're gonna know they're on Empower Maryland, right?
Exactly. They'll know it. They'll know it. Yeah.
I'm like, I'm on Empower Maryland, I pay every month for the dang stuff.
Yeah.
So I had a question.
We're going by hand. So Lars, you had your hand up?
Yes, so I'm confused by Rhode Island at 10%. So I have community solar with Arcadia and I get 10% on the supply charge, not the full bill.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Oh, that paused it.
And the slide said it was on the full
do-
bill.
You have to bring up this, you have to get in the chat.
Yeah, Phil, it's on the full bill up there with Arcadia, right?
Yes, it should be. I will double check
You might
with
turn,
Steve. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, different farms are different ways. So I don't know if you're on one of those older legacy farms, but according to Arcadia, it's 10% off the entire bill.
Okay, next person was on the list I see here was Gary English.
Yes, hi everyone. Yeah, I'm looking, I did the calculations just on my average bill, which is 175 a month, which will only save me $8.75 over a year. That's only $105 a year, right? And at 5%, it's really, to me, it's no savings. And I can hear a lot of my folks saying the same thing at 5%. But I noticed a big difference if it was 25. And a lot of people that I associate with will not meet the qualifications of that LMI. So that's a tough cookie to crumble. And if they did meet the LMI, that's the only way. And looking like it's a hard cookie to crumble. I think we should have at least been 10% or 15%. But because I'm looking at my surrounding areas and I see a lot of solar panels going up, and it's a lot more savings over 20 and 25 years if they went with solar panels. So it's a hard, to be honest, in my community, it's a hard one to crack. I just thought I'd throw that out there. Thank you.
You bet. Great.
Ed, can I answer that for a
Yeah,
second?
I mean, it's kind of like you step on $8 on the floor, you know, you're not gonna pick it up. It's there, it's money. You know, it's just, it's, you know, for me, you know, if you're doing that, great, and you don't care about 5% for the next 20 years, then God bless you. But, you know, people that have millions of dollars in the bank sign up for 5%.
Well, and I would say this, like when you're comparing community solar to rooftop solar, right? Rooftop solar has a material expense, right? And it's got degradation over time. There's a lot of upfront costs. Most people can't actually afford to put panels straight up on top of the roof. So they're financing it, and finance charges are incredibly expensive. On top of that, depending on the rules for net metering, you might not get all the full value back when you put it back onto the grid. It's only producing at certain times. Like there's actually a lot of risk with rooftop solar. I live in Florida, and this is one of the best states in the entire country to have rooftop solar, but I don't, because we have really bad net metering workouts, and I'd rather subscribe to a community solar farm and generate electricity because I'm guaranteed the savings out of that without the wear and tear on top of your roof and without all the maintenance work. And people don't talk about a lot of the maintenance that happens with rooftop. And I have nothing against rooftop solar. I think it's fantastic for the people that can do it, but you can't move your power that's generated from your roof if you're moving to a different home. This is guaranteed savings where, yeah, there is a little bit of enrollment up front to get it up and running, but it's a free $100 a year, right? And if you are LMI, it can be a very material savings too. All of these things are great programs, but even the certain roofs have to be aligned certain ways in order to really get the benefit of rooftop. And it is a massively long return on investment. And it's still got risk with it too, because always new technology, always doing things differently and better. People can cancel anytime and subscribe to different rooftop or to different community solar programs. This is ultimately a savings mechanism, as well as complete flexibility with no risk.
And also, you know, on top of that, the one thing that will always go up for the next 20 years, guaranteed, is the actual delivery and transmission charges. They've never gone down once since you've been a utility customer, all of us. So BG&E, for example, is expected to increase by 53% for their delivery and transmission at 2016 from where, or 2026 from where we are right now. So $100 savings this year. In 10 years from now, it could be a $300 savings. At the same 5% could be 300 then. So, you know, it's just, it's one of those things. You're going to get 5% off the entirety of the bill, except for taxes and ancillary charges for the next 20 years. It's going to start becoming more than $100 a year. I call it, you know, in 10% markets, I call it, you get a minimum of 1 year, 1 month of free electricity supply. But if you combo us with electricity supply and the 5% Maryland, you're getting a free month of electricity in Maryland. It's pretty cool. Any other questions? We got Michelle Jackson, you're up next.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
We
Oh, yeah.
can indeed.
Okay, a couple of questions on marketing, and I came in a little late. I apologize. I'm in Illinois, so we're just rolling out. Is all of the marketing do's and don'ts in the Illinois certification for that? I mean, are there some areas where we can't market or something of that sort, like state buildings, anything of that sort, or is this the enrollment in friends and family? In terms of that marketing part, is there some do's and don'ts for marketing and acquisition for our customers? Thank you.
In Maryland and Rhode Island are not like Illinois. Illinois has a very strict rules and regulations around the do's and don'ts. Our standard just, you know, as you guys went through and became EAs and went through all the testing, all the normal, just, you know, make sure you're representing yourself well, don't promise savings that isn't real. Like it's very straightforward. It is not like Illinois.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Aaron M.
Hey, Dylan. I'm in Rhode Island. I wanted to see, I've had this discussion. I think you actually had it before, Brendan, in Massachusetts. Someone asked if someone already has solar panels installed in their house, can they enroll in Think Community Solar?
So in every state except for New York, they can, but here's what I would say to that. Somebody's got solar on their house, definitely ask them to get a bill. Let me see if I can get you qualified for the farm. Tell them to send you a copy of their bill. You can look at their bill and you can see what the offset is on the solar panels on their roof. And if there's not a huge offset, let's say it's 50 or 60% offset, and you look at the part that's not offset and it equals 3,600 kilowatts or more per year, then go ahead and enroll them on the farm. Okay. So that's a perfect example of get the bill from the customer, because you're going to be able to find that information out and you'll be able to tell if they'll qualify for the 3,600 threshold that we have. Then it makes sense for everybody.
Okay, sounds good.
Awesome. Tina.
Yeah,
Tina,
hi.
you're muted out.
I'm on.
Tina
Hello?
Benzie. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hey, hello, everyone. I wanted to know, Ed, where do you find out for the moderate income? Where do you find the money, you know, how much money that the people have to make? You know where it's low to moderate? So what is
So
the,
it's based on quality, that when you go and you enroll the customer, they're going through the enrollment process. It says LMI qualified ? Click here to see. There's a list of things that would qualify them. There is no income qualification. It's just program qualification.
oh, okay. So it's not based on their income at all.
Correct.
Is there some states it is?
No, it
Like
used to be in Maryland. When I signed up for community solar in Maryland, there was an income-based option and people could enroll they could actually put in their IRS credentials or upload the last year's, documentation of tax returns and qualify that way. But I think the community solar companies found that to be arduous. And I think that the states said, someone who might have a bad year on their taxes, or is going to qualify for something that maybe they ought not to long-term. I don't know. I don't know what the rules were with that, but they obviously made a change in the program. Either they made a change in the program or the community solar custom companies didn't want to get into their tax returns and stuff like that.
How about the LI heap? What is that?
That's
One
just a
from
heat-
Maryland.
It's basically help with energy. It's a help program to get help paying energy bills.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Anyway, thank you.
you bet. All right, now T, I just see a T there.
You hear me?
Yes, I do.
Hi, question on LMI for Baltimore. If I see you could be on Medicaid, that would be a qualification. Does the actual parents have to be on Medicaid, or if they have children on Medicaid, that's okay?
It depends upon who that's registered to, the Medicaid. It has to match up with the utility bill.
Meaning, like, let's say the dad's name's on the utility bill, but the parents are not on, only let's say they have 5 kids and they're all on Medicaid. That wouldn't work. There has to be a Medicaid card from the actual dad that has the name that matches the bill.
That's the way I understand it. Phil, do you have any kind of
No, that's right. You're right.
So, one thing that could happen, just saying, if one of the kids is 18 or over, you could call the utility, switch it in their name, and then go, I mean, it's a 20-year benefit. It's worth a little work to
Right.
get qualified for it.
I mean,
So,
because I saw like reduced lunches and stuff. I mean, that wouldn't apply to the parents. That would be only to the kids. So, like, that's why I thought maybe that if the kids were on Medicaid, that would count.
well, the reduced lunch, it would qualify for the parent. The parent would get a qualification in the mail that their kid is qualified for it. That would also qualify for them to be on LMI. Because I know the kid's getting it, but on the benefit of the parents.
Got it. Okay. One more question. What is the payout? Rhode Island and Maryland the same? Is it both $80 for community solar?
Yep, it is 80, 40, 30, 20, 80, 40, 20. Yep.
Okay. And then after like 3 generations, if you want to call it, after that, you don't get, like, meaning advisors. If you have like you and then 2 advisors under you, let's say you have 3 under you. You don't.
No, you could actually make a ton of money if you build your business out and you move up the ranks. The higher you move up the ranks, the more you'll make all the way through infinity in levels. There's a lot of money to be made in that part of the plan. You just have to understand the rank system that we have. The higher you move up in rank, the more of that extra money, because there's another $100 that gets paid out through the plan. But you just got to catch it by being higher up in rank. Building.
Got it. Okay, one last question. Is the 20 years a guarantee? Is it for sure guaranteed? Like, let's say the state like changes their, I don't know, their rules or something, like the way, how much money they're giving. Is that guaranteed from Think? The
They
20
would be,
years?
no, it's a state benefit. It's a state guarantee. So they'd have to grandfather anybody that came in under this contract.
Got it. Okay, amazing. Thank you so much.
You bet. All right, Mike Alves.
What's up, Ed? Long time
What's
no
happening,
talk
big
to
boy?
you, buddy.
Good to see you on here.
Hey, quick question. You said due billing for Rhode Island. So when that bill comes in, does that due billing come in at the same time for community solar?
So what happens is, you're gonna get the utility bill like you would get your normal session, your normal, progression or whatever, the way you get it now. When you're on community solar, they're gonna send you a bill, but they're gonna send you an email too. And it'll come out typically 10 days before the bill, they swipe the money from your, account. So you always have like a 10-day notification of when it's gonna come out. But I don't know if it's synced exactly with the utility bill itself.
It is
Phil-
not.
Yeah, it's on its own schedule, I guess.
Okay, but it's one bill, correct? Or is it that savings that you're paying on the community solar plus your delivery and supply, whatever that bill is from, let's say, Rhode Island Energy?
You have your option because it's Arcadia. When you sign up for the farm, when you get your credits, when you're about to get credits from the farm, Arcadia, you can set up an account with them where it's just one bill from Arcadia. You pay the entire amount to Arcadia and they pay the utility on your behalf.
Okay, but you can see everything.
You can
Yes.
always see everything.
Okay, perfect. Okay, thank you for that.
You got it. All right, I know we have Mark Blakely.
How you doing?
Great. How are you?
Good, good. I just had one question that I might have missed it during the presentation. The minimum usage to qualify for solar in Rhode Island? Is there a minimum that you have to reach?
Yeah, it's 3,600 kilowatts per annum.
36 a year? All right.
Yep.
And you did say it was gonna be credit card in Rhode Island?
Yeah, credit card.
Great, thank you.
You got it. Sharon, I see Sharon up here. Sharon.
Hi.
Hey,
Can you hear me?
Sharon. Yes, I do.
All right, so the scenario is, do we have people that want to do both our energy and our solar? Do they sign up all at the same time or is it done up separately?
2 separate enrollments.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, you bet. All right, ARCPM. I can't hear you. You're muted. Yep, still muted. Let me, I'm going to ask to unmute you. So if you get a notification on your device. Okay.
What about now?
Yep, I got you now. Yep,
Okay, what I want to know about cold calling is that can we?
cannot cold call.
All right, thank you.
You bet. Aaron. You're muted as well.
Could you hear me?
Yep,
Yep.
got you now. Yep, perfect.
All right, yeah, so I'm totally new to this. My brother-in-law signed up with y'all in a different state and I live in Maryland. My client base would be LMI renters. And my question, I've got so many questions, but basically, let me just ask a couple of them. Is there a minimum dollar amount that they have to pay for their BGE bill to qualify per month?
They have to be for LMI, okay? It's based on kilowatt usage, not dollar amount.
Right.
So if you look at their bill and they use a minimum of 1,500 kilowatts per year,
Okay.
then they are qualified to be on the farm. Now, you get half the commission if it's only 1,500 to 3,600, but you get the points and half the commission. If it's over 3,600, you get the full commission and everything. So those are the two things to think about. 1,500 gets them in the door. 3,600 gets full pay.
So that'll be based off their last year's bill?
Yep.
Okay, and another question real quick. Do you right now, so like I said, my brother-in-law is in another state where where you've got the farm, but you didn't start the actual electricity program yet. And so I guess well, my question is, when will you start the electricity program in Maryland, the actual program? Do you have any idea? And also kind of related to that is, I believe I heard that get half the amount when you sign them up and the other half after the program starts. Is that right?
Right. So basically you have 2 products in Maryland. We have electric supply for deregulated energy,
Right.
and we have community solar. So there's 2 different products that we have down here. Okay. So electric supply has been open for the last 6-7 months. You can go and enroll meters right now, no problem. Community solar is what's launching now, tomorrow morning. And you can start to enroll. You'll get an email and you'll be able to start to enroll customers starting tomorrow morning in Maryland for community solar.
Okay, yeah. I didn't even know about electric supply. So that's not solar?
No. So what we should do with you, because you're
Yeah, yeah.
new, I
Yeah,
think, let's get back with you get back. Is it your brother that got you involved?
My
Let's get
brother-in-law, yeah.
Your brother-in-law, and let's get you on a training, because I think that would really be helpful for you, because you're just getting started and we do trainings once a week.
Right.
And you can get on there and they go through everything like to assimilate a brand new advisor into the system and get them trained on the basics. That would be very helpful, I think.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep, you got it. Thanks
All
for coming on. Thanks for joining. It's great to have you. In
Thank you.
Maryland too. It's my state.
All right. All right. Take care. Have a good
All
night.
right, now we got Jin's phone, but it's really John that's mistyped, I'm guessing. Jin's phone.
Hey,
Yeah, go ahead.
that would be John.
Okay,
John
I figured as
Luttrell.
much.
How are
Figured
you?
as much. Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, should we, small commercial, try it?
Small commercial?
Yeah, for,
Yeah, I mean, listen, we're not saying that we're live for commercial. We're not. But it never hurts,
Talking
right?
pizza
Bill,
shops?
Bill, where do you stand with that?
Yeah, John, you talking pizza shops? What are you talking about?
yeah, or, restaurant.
Yeah,
That's too-
if their utilization isn't ridiculously high, like, and it's kind of residential-esque,
Okay.
I'm gonna say, give it a shot.
And then when you're doing it, do you start by, but if you hit the radio button for commercial, it's gonna say it's not eligible.
Yeah, but residential and small cons, we kind of it's
Okay.
given the same name and it's, it's under their name and it's under like not a corporate entity. So we're talking small places here.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Okay. So you just put it under residential and
Yeah.
see what goes. All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
Awesome. You got it. See you guys.
Yeah. Have a good night.
Shalisa, you're up next.
Hello,
Hello.
I am in Maryland and I just wanted to get some clarification on the dual billing process. And I'm guessing folks are going to have to provide a credit or debit card up front for the billing for Arcadia.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'll have to get a little bit of training on that. I wasn't expecting, the dual bill process. I really thought it was going to be consolidated right off the bat. So I'll
Right.
need training on how to,
Yeah, we'll be going over all that stuff as time goes on for sure.
okay.
Awesome.
My question was that process
Hello?
about giving that information up front for the card.
Yeah, basically just when you go into the enrollment process, the last step is after you put your account in, your account information and stuff, then it just, put it in the credit card option there. And nobody, by the way, nobody gets hit with that first, thing until they're actually on the farm getting the credits. So it's like nothing's gonna happen until they're on the farm getting credit. So, and they'll get plenty of notice for when the card's about to get hit. They'll get at least a 10-day notice.
But at that time when they are being placed on the farm, that's when they'll also get the opportunity to sign on with Arcadia and not have to do the dual at all, right?
Exactly. You got it.
All right, thank you.
You bet. Great questions. All right. G Johanna. Got to unmute you. There we go.
Yeah. Hey, Ed, how are you?
Great. How are you doing?
Good, thanks. So I just want to make sure I understand correctly. In areas where they have solar and electricity, we want them to sign up for the solar first, then the electricity, or vice versa?
It doesn't really matter. Like if you're going if a customer wants to go for free energy supply, if they want to go for the free energy club, they would probably want to enroll their electric meter first.
Okay.
Go through a free energy program to get their solar as their first customer. That's just for the free energy club. But any other method doesn't matter which one you do first.
Okay. And then for rank advancement, my team's total, so if my team does 20, I still have to do my 5.
It will, yes, you definitely have to have 5 personal customers. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm in Florida. I'm trying to scrape these people up. I don't know where they
So
are.
one of the tactics there, find a person that you know in any of the states that's opened up
Yeah.
get one customer. And work
Well,
with
here's the
that-
problem. I already enrolled them as EAs.
Well,
here's the problem. I already enrolled them as EAs. So they're just gonna sign themselves up. So stinky
Right.
poops, I should have signed them.
Well, tell them to
joking, I'm
help you
joking.
out and then get one person to get the free energy club and say, I want to work with you to get
Okay.
you free energy supply. And you get one person and then they get 20, you're done, right?
Right, okay, I got it.
Yeah.
And then lastly, do we have an ETA on, I know it's hard to say exactly, but what is the projection for, Colorado and, what's going on with Minnesota? I'm sorry, I think I missed it on the last meeting.
Nope, it's all going to be forthcoming before the end of the month. So we're doing these in waves because there was a connection that we needed to have connected and the company figured that out. So now we can kind of launch these new markets at leisure, but in bite-sized pieces so it doesn't overwhelm the system. So
Okay.
they'll be launching before the end of the year, before the end of the month.
I have more work to do after this meeting.
Yep. Plenty
Yeah,
more.
so both Minnesota and Colorado will be here in the next 30 days?
Yes, I would say.
Oh, yippee.
Phil, you know better than I do, but I'm under that assumption.
That's my
That's fine.
assumption as well.
Good.
Okay, no, that's fine. Okay, I scraped up some people. I'm getting more EAs than customers, but that's fine. We'll get there.
That's a good
We'll
problem.
find you some
believe me.
customers.
The good
Okay, we gotta
problem.
find customers. All right, thank you so much. Have a great night.
You got it. You too. All right, Michelle Selena.
Yes, I have a question in reference to, you said that, if they have under 15, if they have 1,500 and under 3,600, they will only get, you would not, you get a point, but your commission is split in half, correct?
Yeah, so if you have an LMI, a low to
Right.
moderate income customer,
Mhm.
they can qualify with 1,500 kilowatts as a minimum. You'll get paid half of what the normal commission would be, and you'll still get the point. Those customers will still count towards your 30 customers. If you go for the 30 dash in 30 days, they will still count as a customer there too. But for everyone else in open enrollment, 3,600 kilowatts is a minimum amount required for them to sign up to become a customer.
Okay, so that, you answered my question. I just wanted to see, would you still get the bonus? Would the bonus be cut in half?
No,
So-
the bonus, you go out and get, 30, 1,500 kilowatt LMIs, you're going to make an extra $100 a piece.
Okay, thank you.
You bet. All right, I think that's it. Phil, I think there's one more, Elazar Bronstein.
Yeah, hi, how are you all? So good.
Hey, good. How are you doing?
Thank God, great. Yeah, hanging out here in Long Island. Couple of questions. First of all, do we have a time frame? I know it's going to be this month, but upcoming like this week or more towards the end of the month on Con Ed and PSCNG Long Island? That's number one. And secondly, are those two going to be coming jointly, or are they going to be separate farms in terms of availability?
So, Phil, that's probably one for you because I know that it's not going to be as consistent. Those markets are not going to be consistent markets because there's just a land problem, a LAND problem. There's a scarcity of it. So, Phil, I know we're going to be launching them, officially launching them, but I just don't know what the availability is going to be. Do you have any
Yeah.
color on that?
Not right at this moment. We're working on getting as much capacity as we can.
Yeah.
And are they going to be coming together, meaning Con Ed has its own and PCG Long Island has its own, or they're kind of coming together?
I think we'll do the training together on those two markets.
Right, what I mean to say is for in terms of customer allocation, PCG Long Island customers are going to be allocated to the same farm as Con Ed, or they're going to be separated based on
No, they'll be separate because remember, the farms are built and anybody
Utilities.
who's in that utility footprint can enroll to be on that farm. But like a PSE&G customer can't be on a Con Ed farm, a farm that's built in Con Ed. So they would be on different timelines altogether.
Fine. Appreciate it. Okay, fantastic. Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome. All right, folks. Well, that does it for us tonight. thank you all for jumping on here. Thank you, Phil, for your help and putting all this stuff together. It's just amazing to have you behind the wheel. It makes us all sleep better at night knowing that we're in good, capable hands. And I'm really looking forward to doing the next community solar training with you. A lot of fun. And
Lot of fun.
it will get this done.
That's right, guys. Appreciate everyone coming on.
You got it.
Ed-
Thanks, everyone.
Ed,
Cheers, all. Yeah,
Thank you,
Can I
Phil,
ask
and
one
everybody else.
question?
Bless you all. Have a great night.
you too.
Can I ask you one question, Ed, real quick?
Sure,
A
sure.
Small commercial, okay? Are you locked into that contract for the solar?
No, there's no, you can come and go. Nobody, the reason why they don't have terminations on the community solar program, or for us for that matter, is nobody's not going to want to save money. That you're terminating a benefit. Nobody would do that. So there's no need for the states to put on any kind of barrier to entry for people.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep, okay, thank you on that one.
I also had
bet.
one more question. Can I ask?
Oh, sure.
From when you sign someone up until they start seeing the discount in Maryland, let's say a BG&E bill, is it like a few months? Is it a few weeks?
1 to 2 billing cycles.
Oh, that's it. All right, amazing. All right. Thank you so
Fantastic.
much.
You bet.
One
Have a
last
great
quick
night, everyone.
question.
What's that?
One last quick question. I'm sorry. Did I
Okay,
hear
go
that
ahead.
we can have small businesses try for the solar farms?
No, you didn't hear that, but what you did hear is if it's a small business that's, essentially really small and might be in the customer's name, and not like the business name, then that you can put it through and we'll see if it qualifies.
Okay.
No harm, no foul. I just don't want to clog
Perfect.
up, things inbox with a bunch of meters unnecessarily. So,
Okay, gotcha.
yeah.
Thank you.
Use your judgment on it, right?
Okay, thanks.
Awesome. Thanks, everybody.
All
Have a
right.
great
Thanks,
night.
guys. Appreciate it.
Cheerio. See you,
Great
Phil.
job,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thanks, Ed. Thanks, Phil.
You got it. How's Illinois out there, Tony?
Incredible. What a trip out there. What a great group of people making things happen. So going to be an incredible market out there, just like all the new markets. So we're uncovering nuggets of gold as we're building out in these places. And so I can't wait to hear stories from Rhode Island and the new markets in Maryland. It's going to be just like Illinois. It's all happening in all the states, and it doesn't matter where you live. It just matters where you know people and where you can find people. That's it. That's all it is.
It's true. Go through that, what we call Rolodex, and get those people who I told my kids that. They were like, Dad, what's a Rolodex? I was like,
Love it. Love it. Yeah,
Good
it's great.
stuff.
It's a lot of fun out there building community solar. Let me tell you, excitement, enthusiasm. It's all new. Nobody knows about it. It's the greatest thing that we could ever market in network marketing. There's no doubt about it.
I love
Hey,
it.
Tony, can you hear me?
Hi. Ed?
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Who's that?
Yeah, hi, man. I'm on the phone, so I couldn't get. I'm raising my hand. I'm just listening to the audio on the phone.
Okay.
Yes, I had a quick question. I wanted to ask you. You said that you have to put in a credit card as as the customer is registering. So the credit card will get automatically charged, or they're going to receive a notification before their credit card is charged?
They're always going to receive a notification to let them know the exact date that the credit card will be charged.
And then it's going to be charged for both the solar credits and the VG?
No,
Or the VG bill is still going to be continuing as they previously had it?
exactly. You're going to pay your BG&E bill always the way you have. The community solar part, if you opt for the dual billing, then you'll get a bill, but you'll get at least a 10-day notice saying that your credit card is going to be hit on this date. Okay. So if you opt in for the dual billing with Arcadia, once you're enrolled on the farm, you'll get the email. Then you can say to them, hey, I just want to do unibilling, one bill from Arcadia. And then you can just pay them and they take care of the utility bill for you.
Right. Okay, that's what you said before. Is there any option to get a paper bill? Because I know a lot of my potential customers from BGE get paper bills.
It's all online and there's no way for them, they can't send bills out and collect checks and things like that. They don't send bills out in the physical mail because what ends up happening is it just cuts into the margins. So they want to give this as much savings as they can. If they start sending paper bills out, they're going to have to, it's going to cost them money and then they're not going to be able to give the discount. So that's kind of the way that they opted to
So
do
they
it.
would get a 10-day notice. They would get like a 10-day notice by mail. I'm just recapping. 10-day notice by mail, then their credit cards would get hit, and then at some point, not related, they would be continuing to get their BGE bills, paper bills, which would show the solar credit on that bill.
That is correct, but they'll get the 10-day notice via email, not mail.
Right. Not mail. Okay, right. Okay. I understood the default is mail. I just want to know if they offer an option. The default is email. I just want to know if they offer an option of mail as well, but you're saying that they don't. Okay, just one more question. How do you know if someone's qualified for 5 to 10? You said 5 to 10%. How do you know if they're qualified for 5 or 10? Or
Well, everybody's
is that something that you can't know
qualified.
until you sign them?
Everyone's qualified for 5 in Maryland for BG&E. There's no question about that. But people can qualify for 25% if they qualify for what's called low to moderate income. And there's an entire
Yes, I
list.
understood that part, but right. So right, but I'm just wondering if someone is not low to moderate income, they're going to be 5%. But you said 5 to 10, so I'm just wondering where that 5 to 10 comes into the picture.
Yes, open enrollment, everybody qualifies for a minimum of 5%.
Okay. So again, the minimum of 5%, but sometimes they might qualify for 10. That's my question. Like the difference
No.
between the 5 and the 10. I understood the
It's
No?
just 5 or 25. 5 for everybody gets 5.
5 or 25. Okay, fine.
Yep, 5
Okay,
or
great. Got
25.
that. Okay, I was just wondering where the 10 comes in. Okay, great. So I understand. It's
Well,
either
here's the
5
deal.
or
Here's
20.
the deal.
20.
Wait, hold
Mhm.
on. Here's the deal. I stand corrected. Most of the utilities in Maryland are 5% open enrollment. One utility is 10%, and that's Delmarva. So basically,
Oh,
the best
Delmarva's
advice I
10%.
can give you
Mhm.
is go into your website, put in a zip code, and you'll see exactly what the offering is, based on what the zip code of the customer is.
Mhm.
That's the easiest way to
Okay,
do it.
great.
Like if you're prospecting someone, find out where they live, put in their zip code, and you'll know exactly what to call and tell them.
Okay, great. Excellent. I just was wondering, for literature for customers, when I logged in, there was like a lot of information on the website. I'm wondering if you have like a short, some like 2 to 3 paragraphs that just explains the benefits of the solar, or that's just whatever. I have to just go in and pick out some paragraphs to copy paste. If you have like a short review or a summary for potential customers that you have handy.
Yeah, Tony, what do you use for that? Oh, you're muted.
Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, I mean, as far as the customers go, that slide that we have in the solar presentation deck, where it lists that we show every night in the presentation, where it lists the benefits, free to enroll, 5 to 25% discount. It gives you the kind of the benefits of no rooftop required, kind of that, and then if they're going to, we'll eventually have a flyer for each market. We do have community solar flyers for other markets that you can kind of take some of the information from, because it's very similar between markets. So that's what I would do for now, is just use that information. Then you can also use the market slides that are available in the thinksuccess.plus site, where you go and look up community solar in thinksuccess.plus, and you can actually look up the expansion slides, and you'll see all the markets, the listing of what's happening in each market to kind of give you some further information from there. But that's really what we have right now, and it'll just get better as we go. I mean, Phil and the rest of the team are, they're going to put together some great stuff for us to use for customers. Right now, we're just early launching, and you have to use what we have for now.
Yep.
Okay, great. Excellent. I just have one more question that a customer asked me. I'm sure you covered in the literature, but I just haven't noticed it. What happens when there's a rainy day? the customer was concerned, whether the solar panels are, if it's cloudy and it's not so sunny. I'm sure it's like a basic question, but I just had a customer ask me that, a potential customer ask me that today, and I didn't know what to answer.
It's a great question, but here's the way that solar works in the Northeast and every market for that matter. They have the analytics and they have the algorithms and the qualifications of what the averages have been for years, right? And they know how many average rainy days there are, sunny days, all that kind of stuff baked into their formula when the engineers build the farm. So they know that farm is going to output a certain amount of kilowatts per year based on all the historical data and averages. So it doesn't matter about one day of rain. It's all baked into the farm engineering on what the farm can produce.
I know. I said, give
Mhm.
me. I know
Got
what you
that.
said.
So they're expecting you to,
I don't have nothing.
okay, great. Thanks so much. Have a good evening.
You got it. Great
Hi,
question. Great question.
I'm driving. I don't know if you could hear me.
Yeah,
but
I
I've
can hear
been-
you.
Great. I'm in Maryland. I'm new and excited about the opportunity. I came from another network marketing company and I'm thrilled and would like to see, can we start doing a Super Saturday here in Maryland for training? Because I just went through a horrible exercise of just trying to get my my badge as well as trying to put my background information in. And I still haven't had the chance. I put my ID in and stuff, but it's still not giving my information. A in-person training or video or the next time you're doing a training, a slow walk for beginners will make a difference. It was an arduous task of having to go through every state in the United States in order to go back to the background and try to get set up with that. And if we're trying to get the 30 to 80 people, it has to be quicker. And I'm thinking that it's got to be me because everybody else is doing it. So you mentioned about a training coming up. I'd like to find out more about that and try to do it in person too, because it can be fast, but when you, like with anything else, when you do things online, if you got to go through multiple steps, especially with the LMIs, they're gonna get discouraged. And it could be the presenter like myself or any other advisor. We have to be fluid with it. I'm not. I was uncomfortable with it. It's just my personal observation. My name's Reginald Lewis.
Okay, Reginald, welcome to Think Energy. I'm really excited to have you aboard. You know, the person who you enrolled under, they should be able to get you the information you need to get onto the Saturday morning training. There's a 10 o'clock training, a fast start training every Saturday morning. Come hook or crook. If you can't get on live, there's always a replay to watch. But we have a website with an events calendar. It's called thinksuccess.plus, thinksuccess.plus. And you go to events and you can see all the upcoming events and trainings. There's Q&A days. There's lots of things that we do, but we will be doing local trainings as well, like on Super Saturdays and stuff. So Maryland has a public service commission that is rather strict, okay? So we have to navigate only what we can do based on the state laws that we have to run our business with. So in Maryland, everybody has to go through a background check. That's not the same as in every other state. There's 4 states that require a background check because of what the state requirement is. So there's no way to kind of get around that. But the two things are the new certification program is one thing, and that's just going through slides and answering questions. Should take about 20 minutes of your time. That's separate than the background check. Once you finish that, then you can go do the background check or vice versa. And that should go through pretty smoothly with right through the computer. But it's unfortunately the laws that we have to follow. That's believe you me, we want people to go through the certification program because we want them to get the basic understanding of what it is, how to speak articulately and intelligently about Think Energy. So you go out there and represent the brand properly. So we like the certification process, but we also do it because the law requires us to do it.
Okay. All right. You say for me to get to the video and to find out more, go to Think Energy Plus.
Go to thinksuccess.plus.
Okay. All right. That's great.
And welcome aboard. You and I will get in touch with each other because I'm a Maryland guy. I run the meetings down here and stuff. So we'll become fast friends. We'll get you going.
Okay. Yeah, because I heard you were part of Hogan. Congratulations. He may be our next senator, but I'm working with Moore. So
Okay.
we are on
You
both
friendly
ends of
with
the
him?
aisle. Well, I not yet. I know his pastor though, very good.
Good.
And I got a couple pictures with him, but I just was enamored by the fact that you through Hogan, you said you had did some stuff with the housing commission, and I'm working with a lot of housing companies and companies that are doing things with housing. So, what's your direct number? Maybe I can call you.
I'll look you up and give you a text.
Okay, great.
Reginald Lewis, right?
Yes, it's like the museum. If you're familiar with Maryland,
I certainly have been down there several times.
Yeah, so I need a good lawyer because they're using my name and not paying me.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Reginald. Welcome aboard.
God bless you. Thank you, man.
See ya.
All right.
All right. Well, that should wrap her up tonight, folks. That was awesome. Awesome training. This training will be available. We'll get it edited and cut up and beautiful and all that. And we'll put it in the back office for everybody to be able to view at their leisure. It has been a pleasure serving tonight. I really enjoyed it. And I am looking forward to the next community solar training on the next date. This is getting extraordinarily exciting. And if you, there's no way anybody's going to be successful in this business unless you kind of become a student of a brand new industry. We're forging a brand new industry with community solar. There, just because what you went through tonight, you know more than 99.9% of all the people out there just because of what you went through tonight. You are an authority figure in community solar after attending this training tonight. So take upon this information and know that everyone you talk to has not been put on a farm yet. It's not like you're going to talk to 10 people and one person hasn't heard of it. You're going to talk to 10 people and 10 people haven't heard of it. That's cutting edge. That's in front of a tsunami that's coming across this country. And if you roll your sleeves up and you batten down the hatches and you run with us, this is a life-changing opportunity. So with that, I bid you farewell for this evening and God bless everyone. We'll see you all next week. Cheerio.
Great job, Ed.
Thanks. See you guys.